Welcome back to the lecture again. So in the previous lecture we have deduced the slope for the equation E is equal to slope at this point we have deduced where d times E or d to the power of ln of c is equal to E max times c or c power n, and EC 50 plus c to the power of n. We found the slope. What is the slope? That is E max to the power of E max times n over 4, right? I hope you remember this. If not, so then n is equal to 4m over E max. So we had deduced, we came up with the slope for this, right? Okay, now what we're trying to do is we are going to find the x-axis, the point at the x-axis. Let me redraw this line. We're going to find control Y. Okay, we are going to find the C0 or the concentration at this time point when E is equal to 0. Then right, this point, what is this point? In this point is the concentration when effect is in or 0, right? So we're going to find out the effect. So how do you find it? We have the information m. We know that m is equal to y1 minus y2 or x1 minus x2, right? We all know this. So we're going to use this equation. Okay, so we are going to use this equation, and okay, so and this, what is m? M is nothing but this effect. M is, we have the equation for m. I'm sorry, what is m? M is this, right? And let's say, what is y1? Y1 is E max times ln of c power n over EC50 ln of EC50 to the power of n plus ln of c power n, right? And okay, so what is y2 is 0, right? As you can see here, y2 is this one. y2 is this point where y2 is this point when this slope touches the concentration. This is effect at 0 time, effect, right? Effect is 0 when the slope touches the x-axis, right? When the slope touches the x-axis, the effect is 0, right? So y2 is 0. And what is x2? x2 is, we know that x2 is this point. So we're considering this x2 has EC50 to the power of n. So x2 is, since the concentration is the natural log ln of EC50 to the power of n, and I'm sorry, this is x1. And what is x2? x2 is ln of C0, the concentration when effect is 0. We're assuming that the concentration is ln of C0. Now let's put this in the equation now. Let's put this in equation. Okay, so y1 minus y2, that is E max times ln of C or ln of EC50 to the power of n plus ln of C power n divided by, apologize for my writing, divided by x1 minus, this is x1 again, this is x1 divided by ln of EC50 to the power of n minus x2 ln of C0, right? So y1 minus y2 or x1 minus x2. Okay, let me, okay, now what? So I'm going to rewrite this equation since n times E max or 4 is equal to E max times ln of C to the power of n or ln of EC50 to the power of n plus ln of C power n divided by ln of EC50 to the power of n minus ln of C0 to the power of n, right? So here E max, I can cancel this E max with this E max, right? So what I'm left with right now is, because as you are aware, the concentration, at what concentration is this? A C is equal to EC50, right? EC50. So where slope, as I mentioned earlier, the slope at this point where the concentration is equal to the EC50, I already mentioned that. So C is equal to EC50, right? So n divided by 4 is equal to ln of EC50 to the power of n divided by ln of, because ln of EC50 plus again ln of C is nothing but EC is nothing but EC50, right? So I'm going to rewrite this 2 times ln of EC50 to the power of n divided by ln of EC50 minus ln of EC50 to the power of n minus ln of C0 times n. So this ln and this one gets cancelled, right? I can cancel 2 goes by 2. So now what we are left with, n by 2 is equal to, okay, 1 by ln of EC50 to the power of n minus ln of C0 to the power of n, right? So this is nothing but 2 by n over ln of EC50 to the power of n minus ln of C0 to the power of n. Okay, you all are aware that log A minus log B is equal to log A by B, right? So I'm going to rewrite this equation as 2 by n into ln of EC50 to the power of n over C0 to the power of n, right? Now, what is log base e to the power of x? It's equal to y, and ln is nothing but log base e. So you remember this, natural log is nothing but log base e, or 2.303 times log, one and the same. So I'm going to replace this ln, like this, 2 by n log base e times EC50 to the power of n over C0 to the power of n, right? So I'm going to replace like this. Okay, now what? As I mentioned here, log base e times x is equal to y. Then what? X is equal to e to the power of y, right? So now what? So e to the power of 2 by n, e to the power of 2 by n is equal to EC50 to the power of n, or C0 to the power of n. Now C0 to the power of n is equal to what? EC50 to the power of n, or e to the power of 2 by n, right? So we can rewrite this. Let's continue this writing the equation. Sorry. So it's nothing but we can EC50 to the power of n times e to the power of minus 2 by n, right? Alright, so I'm going to stop this equation writing here.